Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Bella. Welcome to part 4 of our Read It or Unhaul It series. So today I thought we would kind of like switch it up, and today we are going to be using the wheel spinner to choose our reads for this read or unhauler. I'm scared, okay? I'm like gonna allow myself a few like no's because I'm actually scared. I thought why not switch it up? It's kind of fun, a little bit of wheel spinning. You know, you love it. So welcome back. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out the other videos in this little series. I'm doing this to try and get through my 180 plus book TBR. I know it's ridiculous. I know I'm trying, okay? I'm really trying. But basically the aim of this is to either read it and if I don't like it, immediately get rid of it, because as you can see, I don't have much space on my shelves anymore. So I'm trying to kind of read my TBR, get through them. If I don't like it, like really just get rid of it. I don't need it to be taking up space in my bookshelf when someone else can 100% love it 100 times more than I did. So that's kind of the aim of this video, and we kind of get to see at the end of the year, once this little series is done, how many books I read from my TBR, also how many of them I shelved and how many I actually got rid of. So as you saw in, I'm hoping, last video, I actually shelved all 3 of them, which is not good. But when we were going through the TBR jar, there actually were a few books in there that I just had no interest in reading, so there were actually some unhauls in a way. So we are going to use this little spinner and we are going to see our reads for this video. I'm scared, okay? So here we have the wheel spinner. I have got my entire TBR, as you can see here. I'm pretty sure that's the entire one, but without further ado, let's spin, baby. I'm scared. I'm really scared, okay? Oh my god, what's it gonna pick? I'm scared. Oh! Okay, the only issue with this is I actually do need to finish the Caraval series. I'm up to the last book. I'm up to finale in that one. So I think we're gonna have to choose another one because I do want to start this series once I finish that series. And I haven't got that actual physical copy, but I have got it on audiobook. So I'm just gonna listen to the audiobook of finale. I think we're gonna have to choose something different just because, again, I do not want to start this series without having that one. So that's okay. Finale isn't on my physical TBR, but that's okay. What is it going to be next? I'm scared. Ooh. Okay, guys, we are reading Wild Love. We are reading Wild Love for our first pick this video. I haven't actually got my physical copy here, but I'm very excited because I finished the Chestnut Spring series and I've been itching to pick up another Elsie Silver book. I was literally thinking about it like yesterday, saying I really want to start that series because I really miss Elsie Silver's writing, and I'm very excited. So that is our first pick. I'm so excited. But I know this one is I don't know if it's a single dad romance, but I know it's like a billionaire small town romance, start of her Rose Hill series. So I'm very excited to read that. Yay! Okay, that is our first pick. Let's go again. Why is this so much fun? I kind of love this. The jar needed a break, okay? She needed a break. What's next? I'm actually scared. No. Okay, guys, this is really good. Our second pick for this video is Lessons in Chemistry. I don't remember the author's name. It's fine. But this is Lessons in Chemistry. I am so excited to read this. I know it's a very popular book, and I know it's a lot of people's favorites, and I'm very excited to read this. I think it's based in the 60s or something, and she's like she does something with chemistry. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But I know it's like very like women's fiction kind of vibe. So I'm very excited to read this and get on the wavelength. Yay! Okay, Wild Love, Lessons in Chemistry. I'm loving this so far, guys. What the hell? Okay, what is gonna be our last pick? I'm worried. I'm worried. No. Okay. Okay, so this is The Last Graduate. This is the second book to A Deadly Education, which is the Soulmate series. I've actually unhauled this series because I just don't see myself ever going back to it. And I had read A Deadly Education, like no joke, 2 to 3, I think it was even like 3 years ago, and I just don't really remember that much enough to go into the rest of the series, and I just didn't really care that much. So that has actually already been unhauled. So I also do want to do a little unhaul video for you guys, so tell me if you're interested in that, because I would love to do that because I have so many that I'm unhauling. I did a whole like reorganization of my bookshelf. I was just moving it somewhere, but I went through all my books and I was like, okay, these ones I don't need, but that was one of them, so we have to pick again. That's good. We've already got one on haul technically, so that's good. Okay. Um, okay, I really don't want to read this. Guys, I don't know what to do because I actually just really don't want to read that one right now. It's like, I mean, it's winter in Australia. That book is giving like fall vibes, so I think we have to pick again. I'm sorry, I'm just not ready for that level of commitment, okay? Sorry, we're choosing again. Sorry, I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. I couldn't do it to myself. Imagine I get it again. The Soulmate! Okay, perfect. This is actually by, oh my god, I have that book here. Give me one moment. I actually have that book right here. This is Sally Hepworth's The Soulmate. Two of my best friends actually read this book and they absolutely loved it, and they've been begging me to read this book. It is a library copy. I lent my actual copy to my mum and it's vanished, so I don't know. So I had to get it from the library, but how weird, because I had literally just picked this up from the library like a few days ago and I was planning on reading it anyway, so it kind of works out perfectly. But this basically is a story where there's this married couple. They're very happily married. They live on this like sea cliff kind of vibe, and it's a very known place where people go to end their lives. And the husband is like very renowned because he manages to talk a lot of the people down from doing that, but then I think there's like fails to save someone. There's like a bunch of secrets come out and all of that, so I'm very excited to read this. My friend said the plot twist is crazy, so this is one I'm so excited to read, and I literally have to read it anyway because it's from the library. So this worked out absolutely perfectly. We have Wild Love, Lessons in Chemistry, and The Soulmate. So I would say technically this is still on my TBR, like my physical TBR. I mean, it's vanished, so maybe not on my physical TBR. I mean, so I wouldn't be able to unhaul it anyway because I have to give it back to the library, so technically it is. I'm very excited to read this book, and I don't normally read thrillers, so I am excited to kind of like delve into that and see, you know, how well I gel with thrillers. So I'm really excited. What a perfect pick. Can you believe that? So without further ado, let's get into this video. We have The Soulmate, we have Wild Love, and we have Lessons in Chemistry. I couldn't be happier. This is a great pick. Thank you, Will. Mwah. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. I will see you guys in the next clip. Yay! I'm really happy with this one. Okay, bye guys. Hello everyone. I wanted to make a quick update on The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. I am now, let's check. I am on chapter 27, page 114 now. I just wanted to do quick thoughts at the moment. So this book basically follows this couple. So you have Gabe and Pippa. They live in Melbourne on this like cliff face where a lot of people go to end their lives. And so Gabe is quite known in the community because he manages to talk down a lot of the people who do wish to jump. So he's quite like known for being like a really great person and everything. And then one day this woman, he tries to stop her and she jumps. And there's a bit of like something's off about it. And Pippa kind of notices him like in a weird stance and stuff like this, so it's kind of like weird, and I can't put my finger on it, but there's definitely something, I can tell there's something off with Gabe, which is the husband. So I'm kind of like, you're getting through the story and there actually are different POVs. So you get the POV of the woman who jumped, and then you get the POV of Pippa as well. So it's quite intriguing going from Pippa and then to Amanda, who is the woman who jumped, and they actually do have some sort of connection. So it is very intriguing. I know there's something off, but I can't put my finger on it yet, so I feel like the twist is going to be very good. My two best friends actually read this book and they have been recommending it to me for months, saying the plot twist is so good, you have to read it, all of that. So I'm definitely getting through it. I'm this far in, so I'm gonna try and read a bit more of it today because I am just really intrigued. I'm like, what is going on? Like, Oh. So I'm very intrigued to what the twist is going to be, and I don't know, am I going to guess it? I don't really know. I did have a guess and I asked my friends and they said no, so my only guess is definitely not right. So I don't really read many thrillers anyway, so I'm not the best at like guessing plot twists, so I am quite like easily surprised and everything. So we will see as we continue, but that is my little update for now. Hello everyone, I want to do a quick update on The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. So I ended up finishing this book. Okay, I wasn't like, keep in mind, I don't read a lot of thriller. So when I do, I'm like, I feel like I'm very easily like pleased, like it's kind of easy to shock me kind of thing. This did shock me, but I wasn't like, oh, you know what I mean? I was kind of like, oh. Like, oh, okay, like, you know, that kind of like makes sense, but I wasn't like gasping for air, do you know what I mean? And I kind of want that, and I just wasn't obsessed with this. I don't even know, like it kind of dragged in places, and then in some places where you needed a bit more definition and stuff in it, and the character development, there was just not a lot of that. And you don't actually see the background of why these couples, especially Pippa and Gabe, you don't see like the reason why she's staying kind of with him and stuff. You kind of don't even get that. Like obviously you know that she's like, they have a bit like marital problems, whatever, but there's no like groundbreaking definition of like why she's putting up with it. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I wasn't completely shocked by the ending. I wasn't obsessed. So I think I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. It's very like run of the mill. Wasn't obsessed, but I still had a fun time reading it, and I still like, I mean, I didn't guess the plot twist, so I guess that's something. But I still kind of was like, okay, it's fun. Didn't guess that. Didn't absolutely shock me, amaze me, but it was still fun, especially a genre that I don't typically lean towards as well. So it was good. Definitely done with this one now. And I don't even know what more to say. I wasn't obsessed with the characters. They kind of bored me. They didn't really stand out to me. I mean, watch me in like a couple weeks, I will forget this book. You know what I mean? I wasn't really connected to the story. I didn't really care, like if I'm gonna put it politely. So that's that book. We also have Lessons in Chemistry, and then we also have Wild Love. I think we're gonna pick up Wild Love by Elsie Silver next. I have been itching to read another Elsie Silver book, and this cover is so pretty. So we are gonna delve into this one and see how we go. But yeah, that, oh, also I forgot to say read or unhaul it. I mean, I don't even know where my actual copy is. This is literally a library copy. That's why it's like shining so much. So, I mean, if I do find it, I'm probably gonna unhaul it now that I've read it. I'm not obsessed, dare I say. But yeah, that's kind of where my thoughts go with this book. I'm definitely gonna unhaul it if I find the book, but that's that. And now we're going to read this one. So I hope this is a shelf, because that would be kind of awkward if it wasn't. But anyways, let's go. Hi everyone, I wanted to give a quick little update on A Wild Love by Elsie Silver. So I am now 269 pages into this, chapter 28. I actually, okay, so I was filming a finishing series video and I went to go literally look at the footage and like go to edit it. Turns out my audio has been off for the past week. So I have also been talking about this book in the past week and I have no audio like when I'm talking about it. So I am going to try and remember what I was saying about this book and kind of give you guys an update now so you guys can know like my thoughts, my feelings. This book follows Ford and Rosie. Ford is the world's hottest billionaire and Rosie is like his best friend's little sister, and she moves back to Rose Hill because of some circumstances that happen in her life. She has some trouble with her work and her ex-boyfriend and stuff like that. So she comes back home and she starts working for Ford, and it is so cute. They work at like a recording studio and she's like doing all like his like data and stuff like that, and they are so cute. The chemistry off the charts, absolutely loving it. And I just think their banter is so much fun. Like I'm literally there like giggling at this book. Like it is funny and like I'm actually really enjoying the characters. And then as well, something comes up with Ford, someone comes out about something, you guys will see. It's pretty much almost straight into the book. So I mean, I guess it is kind of on the back. It's a young girl who claims that she's his biological daughter, and so his kind of world is like flipped upside down, and then Rosie comes. So it's like a lot, but it is so good. I'm loving how they're navigating their relationship and kind of how they're navigating their feelings for each other, and I'm really liking it. It is so much fun. I have missed being in Elsie Silver's world, and her writing is just chef's kiss. I've just like, I haven't read anything by her since I finished the Chestnut Spring series at the start of the year, and I have missed it. I've missed it so much. I feel like I'm really enjoying this even more than some of the books in Chestnut Springs. Not all, some. My favorite Chestnut Springs book is Powerless to this day, because that's the one with Theo and Winter. That will forever be my fave. But let's see if this can top it, because this is really good. And I'm loving our characters and like their struggles and how they're navigating it. Take a shot every time I say navigating. Let's go. But having such a good time with this, I am definitely going to, I don't know if I'll finish it today. I have about less than 200 pages left to go. I don't think I'll finish it today, but I definitely want to make a dent into it. I think obviously this is going to most likely be a shelve. I'm not sure as well if I said with the Soulmate if that one was a shelve or unhaul. I'm definitely going to unhaul that one. I ended up lowering my rating for that one, and I'm going to give it a 2.5, I think. I mean, I would even lower it to a 2, but like it just felt very anticlimactic. Obviously I've talked about that one before, but I think either 2.5 I think is where I might sit with my rating, and that's going to be definitely an unhaul. So I mean, not that I really had the book anyway, but anyways, this one I think it's definitely going to be a haul. I mean, I have the next book in the series anyway, and I really just want to collect her beautiful covers because they're so gorgeous, and I'm really liking it anyway. So I definitely don't see how this could be an unhaul. I don't see it being one at all, but yeah, just thought I would update that one. And yeah, really enjoying this one, and that is my little thing. Obviously next one we have is going to be Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. I'm very excited to read this one. I've heard very good things about this. Chemist Eliza Zott is not your average woman. In fact, Eliza Zott would be the first to point out that there is no such thing. It's the early 1960s, and her all-male team at Hastings Research Institute takes a very unscientific view of equality. Forced to resign, she reluctantly signs on as the host of a cooking show, Supper at 6, but her revolutionary approach to cooking, fueled by scientific and rational commentary, grabs the attention of a nation, and soon a legion of overcooked housewives find themselves daring to change the status quo, one molecule at a time. This sounds so good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And I know that it is a TV show now, so that's going to be our next read as well. That's next up, but now we're focusing on this one. We're going to finish it. Let's go. Hello everyone, I wanted to do a quick update. I ended up finishing Wild Love by Elsie Silver, and I have some thoughts, good things, of course. Hello. It's brother's best friend. I kind of love that. And he is like the world's hottest billionaire. I would have already spoken about all of this, so you guys kind of know what it's about. And honestly, I had the best time. I seriously had the best time. I ended up rating this book a 4.25 stars. I have just missed Elsie Silver's writing so much. I'm just like, I love these like palette cleanser, like little romances. They're always so fun. And the banter between our main two characters, between Rosie and Ford, next level. I was giggling out loud. I was laughing. I was crying. It had me in all of my feels. I fear that Elsie Silver just does this to me. But I had the absolute best time with this. And of course, you guys know this book is a shelf. Yay! I'm so happy. I absolutely love these little romances. They're so cute and sweet, and I just have the absolute best time. This had seriously me in my feels, the whole like biological daughter and everything like that. I just loved that so much. Don't know if this series is all like single parents. I've heard that the whole series is going to be single parent romances, which I kind of love. It always gets me, the relationship between, you know what I mean, whoever parent is not biological, and the relationship they usually form with the kids. It makes me so emotional, but in the best way. Like, it seriously makes me so happy. So I absolutely love this one. I thought it was so freaking cute, and I'm so excited to read. I think West's story is next. I'm so excited to read his. I feel like it's gonna be really fun and crazy and everything. So definitely going to continue on with the series, and I just had the absolute best time. Definitely a shelf, and 4.25 stars. This one was great. So considering my last one was the Soulmate and I did not love that one, definitely going from that one to this is such a big difference. So having the best time. Hi everyone! I just wanted to come on and give a quick update on my reading with Lessons in Chemistry. I am now about 50 pages in. I'm on chapter 6 of this book, and I just wanted to kind of talk about, obviously I can't say too much, I'm only 50 pages in, but I kind of want to talk about what it's about and everything. So basically this book starts out and you have like, and keep in mind this book is from the 1960s, not that it was written there, but it is based in that time where women are very much viewed as objects and not viewed as having any intellectual capacity. So it is quite interesting to have our main character Elizabeth Zott, and she kind of defies everything, you know what I mean? Like, she is a chemist and she has worked her bum off to get where she is, and she immediately gets stripped of that title because of a situation with a man. Keep in mind this does have some triggers. There is sexual assault in this. Like, it was a very hard read. I will say it only like was less than a chapter, but it was still really rough. So then she had to transfer to the Hastings Institute. There she meets Calvin, and he is like a very famous like scientist and stuff, and they kind of start a relationship, and it's very interesting watching them grow and obviously talk about science, and he never ever belittles her or makes her feel like she is less than because she is a woman. Like, it is very like obvious. She does say that like she gets paid less and all of this, she gets treated very differently, and people only assume that she got into where she is because she was dating this famous scientist. Really liking their relationship and kind of stuff like that, and they're kind of talking about like their pasts and stuff like that, which is very interesting, and why they both became scientists. And yeah, but I'm very excited to keep going with this story. I'm really liking our characters. I think Elizabeth is a badass bitch. I'm gonna come out and say it. Yeah, she is. Okay, she's defying the gravity. Okay, not the gravity, what am I talking about? She is just defying the odds, you know what I mean, as a woman, and I'm like, I love to see it. We love to see it. So I'm excited to keep going with the book. I obviously, again, don't have much to say. I'm only 50 pages in, but I am really liking where it's kind of set up. I'm interested to see where the story is going to go, because obviously from the back you know that she becomes on a cooking show and stuff like that, and ends up like talking about science, and everyone's like kind of like wowed by her. But obviously I don't know too much because we have not delved into that yet in the book, but I will keep you updated on my thoughts and feelings. And yeah, that's my little update for now. I'm really liking it. Also, I feel like this cover is actually really cute. Like, I don't usually like people on like covers, but I think like the blue and stuff looks really nice. Also, it is on Apple TV, so let me know if anyone's watched the show and if it's good as well as the book. So yeah, not too many thoughts, like feelings, you know, but just kind of like seeing where it's kind of going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still open-minded and ready to explore. Hi everyone, I want to do a quick update on Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. I am now like 298 pages in, so I'm like well through this book and I am absolutely loving this. Like this has seriously it's got such a good plot line, everything's going like well, and like I feel like the characters really stand on their own in this novel. They are so original, you really root for them even if like they kind of do irritating things. You're just like, I understand why you're doing it and I really resonate with that. And I absolutely love our main character Elizabeth. I think she's so iconic, especially for her time. Obviously this is based in the 1960s and she is just like a very progressive, amazing woman, and she is like really spreading that. And obviously she has her cooking show and it is just so interesting. It also is just such like as a woman reading this, it is such like a boom, wake up reality. Like this is how women were treated, the woman experience in the 1960s, and during that time how women were perceived and how they were treated and how they viewed things and all of that. And it is such like a huge shock because you're just like, oh my god, like it's a man's world, we're just living in it. And I feel like that is just so like ew. First of all, ew. Sorry, it is a woman's world and everyone else is just living in it, okay? It is just very like interesting to see how like life was back then, especially for a woman, and it's just like, wow. But yeah, like women are still treated poorly everywhere in the world, so you kind of know where it like stems from. In this, obviously in America and all this, it's very heavy on like religion. This book isn't like religious book at all, but like a lot of people around are like into the religious and they think that Elizabeth is like crazy because she's not a religious person and stuff like that. So also very interesting to read. I'm really enjoying it. I love all of our characters. I think they're so interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Like genuinely, I don't see this not being a shelf, but then I'm also like, do I want to get a better edition of this? Do you know what I mean? Like I really like this edition. This one's like the TV edition. Whilst I do like this cover, I do think that that edition could be cooler like on my bookshelf. So I kind of have to see where I want to go with that once I finish this book. I'm going to finish it today. Hello everyone, I wanted to update you all and say that I have now finished Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. I think my rating for this is going to be a 4.5 star. I think this book is absolutely incredible. Seriously, our characters are so original. I absolutely loved them and I had such a fun time following our main character Elizabeth. It is also written in like third person, BT dubs, just letting you guys know. But I think it just wrapped up so beautifully, and everything that had happened to her and like just awful things, and she just is so empowering as a woman, especially during this time where, as I've said, women are viewed as lesser than and all of that. So she is just such an empowering main character and I absolutely loved following her. I think she was so interesting and I loved everything that happened. I'm not going to say too much, obviously spoilers, this is spoiler free. This story was so beautifully written and I think it was just so good, and like honestly I recommend this so much. This book is also on my 25 books to read in 2025, so I'm so glad to have that checked off the list. But I just had such a good time with this. Like 4.5 stars, obviously shelf. Yep. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep this edition because I do kind of like the blue, but I also really like the other edition, so I might even see if I want to get that instead. But this is definitely gonna be a shelf. I had such an amazing time with this. I think this is such an empowering read, especially for women, and I think men should read this as well. I really loved it. It's so like feminism coded and it's just such a beautiful story, and the writing style is just incredible. Like everything just all adds up, and it seriously was just a great, great read, and I'm so, so happy to have read this. Wow, we finished this. I'm so, so happy. Oh my god, I absolutely love this one. That means this reading vlog, well, our Read or Unhaul It part 4 is now complete. We had, what did we have? We had the Soulmate, which I actually changed my rating to, I think it was a 2-star. Took that down to a 2-star because it just did not gel with me. And like, especially looking back at it now, I'm like, I just didn't really care, like at all. I like have forgotten half the plot twist. Like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? So that one was definitely a 2-star. That was an unhaul. We had one unhaul, okay? And then we had Wild Love, which I also rated, I rated a 4.25, which I really, really, really liked that one as well. I've just missed Elsie Silver so, so much. So I rated that one a 4.25, and that one is also a shelf. And then lastly, I read Lessons in Chemistry, and this one is a 4.5 stars. That's absolutely incredible. I'm so, so happy. Like, yay! So that means this video is now complete. We have our Read or Unhaul It part 4 done, okay? We got 3 books off my physical TBR. 1 was an unhaul and 2 were shelves. So that's the stats. Obviously we are trying to get more off, but obviously I'm glad that I am reading good books, because who doesn't want to read good books, you know what I mean? So I'm very, very happy with our statistics, you know what I mean? We had both like almost 5 stars for the last 2. So that was very, very good, I will say. So there we go, okay? Now we gotta go for part 5 of our Read or Unhaul It, okay? But anyways, thank you so, so, so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you would like to follow along or just look at any of my other videos, please don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you here. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!